afternoon. We're here again with Mark Melsness of Spinnaker Property Management. How are you, Mark?
I am stupendous, thank you.
And this is actually Jennifer Noreen Consulting. I realize I haven't introduced myself, but so we're trying to visit every Wednesday with Mark about different aspects and strengths of Spinnaker. We also use this time to give market insights or state of the ordinances and changes in property management law. But today we're going to focus on the value that Mark and his team bring to an investor, current property owner, as they evaluate new opportunities in the market. So, Mark, why don't you first just kind of talk about your background and why you bring some knowledge to that area?
Yeah. So because I am an investor in real estate locally here with single families, small multifamilies, and even large multifamilies, I get to bring the experience of what it's like to be an owner right alongside in the conversation with you so that you get that I understand what your concerns are. As variable as they may be, cash flow, quality, maintenance, upgrades, those types of things are things that I'm very familiar with as I have those myself.
Okay, so what we're going to talk about today applies to both investors and property owners that you're dealing with currently, but also maybe someone that's coming new to you. So
Correct.
What would you offer someone if they're already in your client list and they don't realize you have this expertise? What kind of a service would you bring to them if they're evaluating a new property?
So as some of our owners already had their investment when our relationship started, and some of our clients have no investments when our relationship starts. So we get to come right alongside you and the real estate agent to evaluate the potential rental rate of the home and measure that up against the potential operating expenses of the home, and then find out what that margin is. And then we'll measure that against what the cash investment is and give you the return on investment at that time, not including the principal reduction or the value increasing over time.
Right, so that's an immediate increase on, if I have a current relationship with you, I'm an owner client, and I'm looking at the money that I'm spending every month to be engaged with Spinnaker. This is just an increased return on that investment that I'm making in my relationship with Spinnaker. So you're offering me this insight, and especially I think relevant to the Pacific Northwest, which is a rapidly hot and growing market, and a lot of people don't have a depth of understanding there. So I think this is a huge value. I'm glad we're spending time with it today. So if I'm just beginning to kind of invest in the local area and I want some advice, but I'm not working with you guys yet, what kind of help could I get from you? Do I have to engage you as a client to get access to the expertise, or?
No, all this is a value that you get to use to measure the potential return on the potential investment. We actually get to do that with you before you even make an offer on the home. So as you tour the home, we can do it with you alongside the agent, get all the market value and potential that the home has to offer, and then also get a physical understanding of what the maintenances may be related to that, HOAs, some other reoccurring expenses that happen on a monthly, quarterly, annually basis. We get to factor all that in and then build in that return. And then at that point, you can choose to do business with us or not, and also maybe pass or move forward on that investment because it does work or does not work for you.
Yeah, so we can work together to find investment properties that will be profitable for me as an owner, and I don't necessarily have to be engaged with you today to gain some access to that expertise.
No, we trust that when we bring our knowledge, our expertise, and our skill sets alongside you and with your real estate agent, that you experience that value, and at that time we would hope that you would choose to do business with us if that works, and if you don't, we totally get it. No obligation.
So if you're interested in getting really it sounds like no cost consulting to a point, and leveraging the expertise of Mark and his team, they would get a hold of you by calling the office, or?
No, I'll have you call me directly on my personal line, 253-606-0573, and we can set up a time to meet, go over our services and our fees so that you'll have that knowledge ahead of time too, to build that into the operating costs, and then schedule an appointment to work with you and your agent to look at the homes that you're interested in.
So I could bring some homes that I'm looking at and evaluating.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, thanks. Good information. And if you have questions or comments about this service or this part of what Spinnaker does, please leave them in the comments below or give them a call. And we'll talk to you again next Wednesday. Thank you.
Bye.